I'm Pikta, nice to meet ya. If you're new here, I'm an artist, and today I'm turning my original characters into Animal Crossing villagers. Animal Crossing is a video game that first released in 2001 on the Nintendo 64. Since then, the franchise has seen multiple new installments and spin-offs, cementing itself as a household name. One of the most notable Animal Crossing games is the installment Animal Crossing New Horizons, which was published in 2020. This is where I got my inspiration for this video. Despite its popularity being closer to its release, I actually picked up the game a few months ago. I immediately got hooked and started to understand all the rage. So you can imagine my shock when shortly after starting to play the game, in October they announced an upcoming update in January 2026. I honestly think they noticed me playing and updated the game just for me. That's obviously a joke, however, with the new update coming soon, I thought it would be perfect timing for me to imagine my original characters as Animal Crossing villagers, similarly to the already existing collabs in-game, except mine sadly aren't real. I'll just keep dreaming and we can begin the speed paints. My first character I decided to draw was Zipporah. I really wanted the animals I picked to have meaning in their designs. I actually put a lot of thought into the entire concept. For Zipporah, I chose a cat because she's actually a witch, and I thought the common association between cats and witches was perfect. I'm not an Animal Crossing genius, but I did try to do the best research I could, and found out the villagers actually have clothing restrictions. This meant I was limited to tops, full outfits, and limited accessories like hats. I know I could have given my character their real outfits, however, I made it a challenge to only put them in clothes that were already in the game. I don't know why, but it definitely made it feel a little more authentic. If you want Zipporah's fit, you can put on a young royal shirt and a green rain hat. I also wanted to think about how they would act as villagers, since Animal Crossing villagers actually have personality types, hobbies, and catchphrases. For Zipporah, I settled with the sisterly personality, thought her hobby would be education, and decided on the catchphrase spellbound. I found the process of trying to imitate the 3D style of Animal Crossing in 2D to be pretty challenging, however, I'm fairly happy with how they turned out. I personally think Zip's art turned out the best, but I think without her jacket, she looks a little silly with the green hat. But dang, I did render that hat pretty good. Let me know if you would want Zip on your island. Is she villager hunt worthy? If Zipporah is your favorite villager in this video, comment spellbound. Moving on to my next character I turned into a villager is my OC, Beezy. Beezy is a bee fairy, so when deciding what animal to make her, I decided on cub. I chose cub over bear because I honestly just prefer the way they look. Sue me. I did this because of the association between honey and bears. If you want to rep Beezy, you can hit up the Able Sisters and ask for a pink and white top coat. Bee's villager personality is peppy, her hobby is play, and her catchphrase is buzzwords. I actually think that's my favorite catchphrase I wrote, by the way. I don't know why, but the cub head shape was so weird and awkward for me to draw. I think I ended up getting it down pretty okay, but it definitely was a battle. I decided to draw her holding a net as a nod to her true bug fairy self. Also, for anyone curious, these are the villagers on my island currently. I won't be showing my map because I've really just started on decorating and I also don't have Nintendo Online, so it's a little bare bones, but maybe in the future if I'm feeling a little brave. And for those wondering, Marty and Rudy are my number ones. I love them so much. So much that they're in my home right now. Yep, I have their amiibos. I'm not too knowledgeable on all of the villagers in the game, but I wouldn't mind Punchy or Bones on my island. I love Tuxedo Cats, and Bones looks so dumb. He needs a house over here immediately. Hey, so I'm editing this. Ignore the drastic change in audio quality. Fun fact, I actually went villager hunting, like, last night. About after 20 Nook Miles tickets, I actually got Bones on my island. It's a really funny story, so if I end up doing a part 2 to this video, I'll definitely tell it. Okay, back to the scripted stuff. If Beezy showed up in your campsite, would you ask her to move in, or would you ignore her? If Beezy's your favorite villager in today's video, comment buzzwords. Last character up is my OC, Oxar. Oxar's design obviously has a pretty prominent feature being her horns, so I immediately started looking at villager types that would suit her. I considered rhino, sheep, and deer before ultimately picking goat. My reason for not picking the other types was horn shape and placement, as well as possible confusion with Oxar's gender since deer typically have bigger antlers when they're male, and that trend was also common in the game, but the goats pretty much all have horns. I have to admit Oxar's outfit is pretty underwhelming because the best match I could find was a stupid orange workout top. I at least think the dyed parts of her hair translated well to her ears. I don't think she turned out bad, but the goat head shape is so strange, more than the cub's. The mouth placement was probably the most awkward thing for me to draw. For Oxar's personality, I made her snooty, decided she'd have the fashion hobby, and gave her the catchphrase, "So important." It's been really fun seeing so much from the Animal Crossing community and learning the culture of the game. Finding out about time skipping changed my life. I don't have access to treasure islands though, but I don't even know if I'd really use them. Speaking of game culture, I see a lot of discourse about what's considered cheating. Let me know your opinion if you play the game. Also, I want to mention what I did for these Animal Crossing sprites of my persona. I spent multiple in-game days trying to get clothes similar to my Sona, and then hand-edited pictures of the character to change the hair and added some other features like the ears and antenna. So I may not have drawn them, but my commitment was on a similar level to the villagers. Would you let Oxar leave if she asked to move away? If Oxar is your favorite villager in this video, comment "so important." Let me know your opinions on my new villagers I created today. Also, for those who play Horizons, let me know your opinions on the new update. I'm personally very excited, but also a tad overwhelmed. Either way, I'm sure it'll be tons of fun. Don't forget to comment which villager in today's video was your favorite, and maybe some of your favorites in the actual game. As a reminder, videos like these do take a lot of time to make, so if you enjoyed the video, you can show me some gratitude by liking, commenting, or subscribing. Thanks so much for watching. I've been Peak Darika. Hope to see ya another day.